you like to pick up games, you're gonna run into some interesting people. So I'd like to share a story with you about one pickup that happened about 2 months ago now. So it was about, I don't know, maybe two months ago now. I won a bid on Facebook to grab this game, Battletoads. This game has eluded me for years. I've probably almost bought this game in lots 3 times, but somehow, one way or the other, I ended up losing those bids or getting messed around with the deal and not getting this game. So I finally picked up this game. It cost me $16 to buy all over a bid, and it was an interesting deal, to say the least. So this is a good lesson to always be cautious about knowing where you're going. Be mindful of the things that you bring with you to deals, and just be careful in general, right? Always try and be in public places or whatever. Now, generally speaking, if I'm going to go meet someone for a deal and it's at their house, I don't worry about it too much. It's at their house. I don't feel like anything can go very wrong in that situation. But if you're going to meet someone to do a deal in general, I strongly advise to find a meeting place that's in a public area that has a lot of people, that has a lot of light. If you're in Canada like me and it gets dark at like 4:30, then, find public places. I personally like to go and use, for example, the Cineplex. It has sort of a double, it has like an outdoor waiting area, like a double door area, and then it has their inside part, and they have cameras and staff and stuff. And so I find if you want to meet somebody, that's a good area, because you can kind of shelter yourself from the cold inside that double door area and wait for this person and feel pretty safe about it at the same time. I have met people at 7-Elevens and stuff. Again, public places that are well lit, very important. The second thing that I recommend to you guys is to make sure that you bring the least amount of stuff as possible to a deal. Try not to bring your kids. Try to leave your cards and cash at home. Cell phone, even if you're meeting this person for sure and you know what type of vehicle they have. Just try and be minimalistic when you meet somebody, just in case something goes really wrong and you end up having to give up your wallet or something that you don't want. Now, I've never had this problem, but I have heard of issues in the news about deals gone wrong. I actually have another story that I might share at one point where I was trying to buy an Xbox from a guy, and the guy ended up chasing me down because I offered him $20 less than what he was asking. And that was honestly it. Like, he just had a meltdown because I offered $30 instead of $50. You never know what you're going to get with people. Okay, so this is why I say exercise caution. Try not to give out too much personal information. Just be safe, right? Now, back to the story, Battletoads. I went to the person's house, and I pull up. I have these 2 gentlemen in a very old-looking truck in the front yard looking at me heavily, like they're just hanging out and they are staring down my ass. And I'm thinking, that's strange. Why are they looking at me like that, right? I think, okay, well, whatever. I'll just be cool about it and whatever, right? So it's a house, but it looks like someone's living downstairs, and they have a stairs to an upstairs residence. So I walk out, and I look at the gentleman, and I say, oh, I'm just here to buy a game. And they go, oh, I don't know. I say the lady's name, and they're like, oh, upstairs. I say, okay. I walk up there, and I knock on the door. She gives me the game, I give her the money. It goes fine. And then I go to sit down in my van to do a text or something like that, and these two guys are just staring me down the whole time. Super uncomfortable, so I finally like, okay, I better leave, because this is really kind of strange, right? I don't know why they're looking at me like that. So I take off, I go home. Looks normal, right? Well, a week goes by, and my wife shows me a news report about a house that gets raided. And she goes to me, wasn't this the house that you went to? And sure as hell, it was the house that was raided. I mean, this was like cops in full gear, apparently like raided this house. People suspected of stabbing, drugs, guns, you name it. All of it, right? And I'm thinking, holy shit. And this happened not 24 hours after I was there. So if I had shown up the next day, I might have been involved in this whole like police raid to this house. And I'm certain it has something to do with those two guys sitting out there looking at me. And it was like, wow, that was crazy. So it goes to show you, always be careful, because you never really know. I'd like to know if you've had any other crazy stories, any other situations that have been pretty sketchy. If you want to share that story, I'd love to hear about it. Put your comments down below. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.